Eagles fan, we are entering that crucial moment of the season. There are 5 games left in the regular season. The playoff fight is heating up, and we know that in the NFL, the team with the deepest roster is the one that survives until February. We have already seen our star receivers deal with injuries, scares, and moments of physical wear and tear. And that is exactly why the move Howie Roseman made this Monday, December 1st might seem small now, but has the potential to be decisive down the road. The Philadelphia Eagles decided to bring back a familiar face, a player who has already worn our jersey in practice, who has a second-round draft pedigree and possesses physical attributes that leave any offensive coordinator salivating. We are talking about reinforcing the arsenal for Monday Night Football against the Chargers and beyond. The information confirmed by ESPN's Adam Schefter brought a name that caught a lot of people by surprise, but makes perfect sense for those following behind the scene. The player who signed with our practice squad is not just any rookie. We are talking about an athlete who is 6'2" and 205 pounds, who was a high second-round pick in 2021. He signed with us in April, went through all of training camp, impressed in August practices, but ended up not making the final roster. Now he returns for the 3rd time this season because the front office knows his talent ceiling is sky high. He has the size, the speed, and the explosion to be our luxury insurance policy. The reinforcement is none other than Terrace Marshall. To understand why so many people still believe in Terrace Marshall's potential, we need to go back in time to the year 2019. He played at LSU, and that LSU team is considered by many to be the best offense in college football history. Do you know who his teammates? None other than Heisman-winning quarterback Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. That is right. Marshall was the WR3 behind 2 of the best receivers in the current NFL. And even playing in the shadow of these legends, he shined. In that season, he had 46 receptions, 671 yards, and impressive 13 touchdowns. He knows what it is to play at a high level. He knows what it is to share the field with the elite. He won't be intimidated if he has to take the field alongside Brown and Smith because he has done this his whole life with Jefferson and Chase. What makes Marshall such an intriguing bet for Howie Roseman is the combination of size and speed. Fan Marcus Berelius summarized it perfectly on X, saying, "Bringing back Terrace Marshall to the practice squad is the kind of low-key move that wins championships." And he is right. The guy ran the 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds at his pro day. Think about that for a second, a man nearly 6'3" running sub 4.4. This is what we call LSU explosion. It is elite speed in a possession receiver's body. Having this type of freak athlete hidden on the practice squad without costing almost anything against the salary cap is a luxury few franchises have. Of course, the obvious question is, if he is so good, why is he on the practice squad and not starting somewhere? Marshall's career in the NFL has been so far a story of bad circumstance. He spent 3 seasons with the Carolina Panthers, a franchise that has been a graveyard for offensive talent in recent years, with constant coaching changes and instability at the quarterback position. It is hard for a young receiver to develop in chaos like that. In 2022, he even had his best year with 28 catches and 490 yards, but never truly exploded. Then he had a quiet stint with the Las Vegas Raiders in 2024. Many believe people gave up on him too soon, labeling him a bust without considering the context of the teams where he played. And here enters the second chance factor. When he was with us in minicamp and training camp the year, he wasn't just a body taking up space. Reports from The Athletic, wrote by Brooks Kubina, highlighted that Marshall had moments of real brilliance in practice. He was seen making big catches against our starting cornerback and luxury reserves like Cooper DeJean and Adoree Jackson. He showed he still has that competitive fire. The doubt at the time was whether he could revive his career in Philadelphia and become that reliable bench option we need so much, since in recent seasons we suffered when AJ or Devonta needed to come off the field. This is where we need to tip our hat to the front office. Howie Roseman loves these low-risk, high-reward projects. His original contract was just over $1 million. Now on the practice squad, the cost is minimal. Roseman is stockpiling talent. He knows the season is long and grueling. Having a guy who already knows the playbook, who already has chemistry with teammates, and who has second-round talent waiting for an opportunity is a masterpiece. As the fans said on social media, other teams must hate watching Howie Roseman work. This roster is simply unfair at this point. Now let's get to the technical part of how we can see Terrace Marshall on the field. With 5 games left in the regular season, NFL rules allow him to be elevated from the practice squad to the active roster for up to 3 games before the team is forced to sign him permanently to the 53-man roster. This gives the Eagles enormous flexibility. We can activate him for the game against the Chargers, test him in specific situations, see how he behaves in a real game, without needing to cut anyone from the main roster immediately. It is the perfect insurance policy for the final stretch. Looking at our receiver group, we have a clear disparity. We have Batman and Robin AJ and Devonta, who are elite. We have Jahan Dotson, who arrived with expectations but has been a tactical role player. And then what? The depth is questionable. Johnny Wilson is a giant rookie, but still raw. Ainias Smith is developing. Terrace Marshall brings NFL experience that these rookies don't have. He has played 4 seasons. He has faced starting defenses. If we need someone to come into a playoff game and run a decisive slant route or block in the run game with his size, Marshall might be a safer option than a rookie. The next challenge is Monday Night Football against the Los Angeles Chargers. It is a big game, prime time. If any of our main receivers have any setbacks during the week, or if the coaching staff decides they want a bigger body in the red zone to fight for jump ball, don't be surprised if we see Marshall's number called. He is fresh rested since he hasn't played grueling regular season games this year, and above all, hungry to prove the league wrong for giving up on him. Imagine this player's mindset. He came from a historic offense at LSU, was drafted high, spent years suffering on bad team, and now has the chance to be part of a team that is 8-4, leading the division with Super Bowl aspiration. He knows this could be the last big chance of his career. Players with a chip on their shoulder with something to prove are usually dangerous down the stretch. He wants to show he is not a failure, he was just misused. And the Eagles' offense, with Jalen Hurts throwing the ball, is the perfect place for this redemption. So fans, do not sleep on this news. It might seem like just a practice squad signing, but it is the construction of a championship roster. It is adding a Ferrari to the garage, just in case we need extra speed. Terrace Marshall is back, and if he can translate that LSU talent to the field at Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles just got even scarier. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Terrace Marshall deserves a chance on the main roster right away against the Chargers? Or do you think he is just a filler for practice? Do you trust him as our WR3 or WR4? Leave your opinion here in the comments. If you like these deep analyses on every move our team makes, leave a like and subscribe. Let's walk together towards the playoff. Fly, Eagles, fly.